Welcome back to Vlogmas. Today I'm making everyone's favorite cozy treat, at least it's mine and Blake's, cinnamon rolls. I feel like I've been seeing so many people baking and making super yummy things, and I thought I would do that this weekend afternoon. So I saw my favorite gal making these cinnamon rolls and I knew that I wanted to try. So these are Kristin John's favorite cinnamon rolls, and I'll also link her video and the original recipe that she used. It is a sort of copycat cinnabon, and she kind of does one thing at the end that I actually haven't seen anyone do with cinnamon rolls. So wondering if that's just the secret step, so we'll see. First things first, looks like I'm taking 1 cup of warm milk at about 115 degrees Fahrenheit and sprinkling 2.5 teaspoons of instant dry yeast over the top. Going to do that, then get out all the rest of the ingredients while that kind of sits. Actually, I feel like you usually add the yeast to the warm liquid, let it like bubble, and then you continue with the recipe, but she does not. Well, let me go watch the video. Maybe I'll see what she did, because this is kind of a vague recipe. It looks like she does do exactly what the recipe called for, but I also don't know if active dry yeast is the same as instant dry yeast. It says, active dry yeast is the variety that the majority of recipes call for. By comparison, instant dry yeast does not need to be proofed in warm water and can be directly added to dry ingredients. So, great, I'm glad I'm already not following the recipe. But I think I will just proof the yeast like the back of the package says, since I have the active dry yeast. I'm gonna get my milk to 115, which does say this, and dissolve the packet in my milk and just see how that goes. 1 cup whole milk going into my Pyrex, and then I'm just gonna microwave that. I'm going to add my milk that I've just heated up to the bowl of my stand mixer. And then I'm gonna take this packet and sprinkle it over the top. And then I'm just going to let that sit for, this package says, I guess it doesn't say, maybe 5 minutes. It just says until it starts kind of foaming. Wait for foam to double in volume. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get out the rest of my ingredients. Great. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes and counting.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna get all the rest of my ingredients that I need, and I'm going to measure most of them out like a good baker would. But what I need are 2 eggs, and I've already had those sitting out room temperature. I have 1/3 cup salted butter, and it says melted but not too hot. Even softened is fine. Very exact. I like it. 4.5 cups all-purpose flour. I'm gonna put that in this bowl. Teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 cup granulated sugar. So I'm gonna get all of that, and hopefully this will be done by then. So it's been a while, I don't really know, but I think I'm just gonna continue with the recipe and we'll see. But I'll show you what my yeast mixture looks like right now. It doesn't really look like how I usually would like some yeast to rise, but these people didn't even really do that, so I think it's okay, we'll see. So I'm going to add my 2 eggs straight to the bowl. And my butter, my sugar, and a teaspoon of salt. And I'm gonna start adding my flour like a cup at a time, and it says start with 4, and then if it seems like it needs it, add the other half. Feels bready, so I feel like we're on the right track. Okay, so I did only add the 4 because I feel like it seems good, because I feel like, here, I'll show you. It's already like very like doughy, which I feel like Kristin John's even said hers is pretty like moist, and this seems This seems about right. All right, so I'm just gonna scrape the dough off this, and it says to let it sit for like 5 minutes. And then I'm gonna do the bread hook, which is kind of like kneading it with this machine. Okay, I think that that's good. So now what I'm gonna do is add it to this bowl, cover it, and let it sit for, I think, 30 minutes. And it should, thanks Google. Hey Google, stop. Yeah, I think it says to proof it in the oven on the lowest setting. I think I actually have a proofing setting, so I'll probably put it on that. But it says it takes normally about 30 minutes for the dough to rise, but don't allow the dough to rise too much or your cinnamon rolls will be airy. Oh. Maybe that's why she says grease the bowl. And cover it, put it in my proofed oven, and I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, well, it's finishing proofing. I'm gonna make the filling right now. So what I have is half a cup of butter, and she says almost melted, so we'll do that. 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, and I'm gonna put that all in this bowl and just mix it up. Now I've got my dough. Looks like this, and I'm just gonna sprinkle some flour out here and then roll it out and put the filling on it. So now is the one very random step of this whole thing. You pour heavy cream over the top of your cinnamon rolls and then put them in the oven. I've never heard of anyone doing it like this, but I thought that's what was very unique about this recipe, so I wanted to try it. Our cinnamon rolls here, heavy cream. Just gonna kind of pour a little bit over each one. And there you have it. Very kind of random. So I'm gonna put these in the oven. They look so good. So you're just supposed to cook them till they're kind of cooked, it seems, in the middle. I think these seem pretty good to me, but they look really good. So I'm gonna let them cool for a few minutes, and while they do, I'm gonna make the cream cheese frosting. Looks so good. They're a little warm still, so it kind of just melts right on there. Cinnamon roll. Very delightful. So there you have it. That was just my afternoon making cinnamon rolls. Honestly, that kind of thing takes so long. So let me know, have you made cinnamon rolls before? Do you enjoy baking? Comment down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and we will see you in our next video.